Hey, what's going on, you guys? Mark here, back with another video. And if you guys remember, if you guys watched my what I got for Christmas / New Year's Eve video that I did back in December, I got a 23andMe kit for Christmas, and I asked you guys if you would be interested in seeing a video of me talking about the results, and I just got the results the other day, and a lot of you guys in the video comments said that you wanted to see a video of me talking about my results, so I am here to serve. And I feel like such an idiot because back in January I filmed a little quick video of me just showing what's inside the 23andMe box and like showing you the tube that I have to spit in and just all the other stuff that's in there, but I deleted the footage. Totally by accident. Way to go, Mark. The only footage that somehow I didn't delete is the footage of me sending it in the mail once I was done, so here's that for you guys.
Alrighty, it's all set to go. In you go. With one hand it's hard to do. And she is off. Now we wait.
Yeah, because that's the footage everyone wanted to see, am I right? But anyways, I don't want to waste any more time. I got my laptop here. I'm going to screen record all my results for you guys. I'm excited to look at these. I'm not going to lie, I did take a quick little peek at them, and I was already excited looking at them, but I haven't looked in depth, so we're going to do that together right now. Let's do this. Let's check out my 23andMe results. Okay, so here we are on the homepage. I'm just going to go up to reports and click Ancestry, because I think that's where we all want to start, right? We want to see where I came from, even though I think it's pretty obvious, like I am like the whitest person in the entire world, but still, we're gonna go check this out for the experience. Okay, cool, let's go. All right, ancestry composition, let's click that. Whoa, okay. Whoa, that's so cool, it shows it all across the world. Okay, wow, 99.8% European. I am very white, you guys. Okay, so basically the breakdown of that is Northwestern European, British and Irish is 49.7%. Not surprised in the least by that. All my dad's side of my family came from Britain and England, so that's literally not surprising at all to me. Next one down, French and German, 24%. Literally a lot of my mom's side of the family came from France and Germany, so that is not surprising at all. It's interesting to see Scandinavian there though. I didn't know I had any Scandinavian at all. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not surprised in the least because I know a lot of my ancestry. Like I said, I know that a lot of my dad's side of the family came from England and Great Britain. Like my grandpa was British, and I know a lot of my mom's side of the family came from Britain and France and Germany. So like, that's not surprising, but at the same time, I'm slightly disappointed because I was really hoping for some kind of like thing I would not see coming, like some kind of really exotic mix in there, like I don't know, like South American or like I don't know, just something different than just the run-of-the-mill like British and French like white guy, right? Like I feel like that's so freaking common in terms of white people, so I was hoping there'd be something a little more there, but I mean, I'm really not surprised. I guess I do have Southern European, which was kind of a surprise, 1.4%, so that'd be like, if I go up to the map, yeah, that'd be like Spain, Italy. I guess that's kind of surprising because I didn't know that I had any Italian or Spanish or any of that in me, but even if it's just 1.4%, I will take it. It's different than British and French, so that's something surprising. And I do actually have 0.1% Sub-Saharan African, and I don't know about you guys, but the way I interpret that is that my 0.1% Sub-Saharan African had to be from Wakanda. I don't care what anyone says, don't come at me telling me Wakanda isn't real. No. I feel this. That 0.1% has to be from Wakanda. Like, it's just, I feel it inside me. That's so cool though. 0.1% West African and less than 0.1% broadly East Asian and Native American. That's interesting. I did not know that either. It's like, it hardly even matters. It's less than 0.1%, but I wonder how that got into my DNA. That's actually kind of interesting. So one thing that is kind of interesting is when I took a quick peek at this the other day, it wasn't 99.8% European, it was 99.3% European, and I had 0.5% unassigned, and I was just like, am I part alien? But it looks like it just needed a little bit more time to process or whatever, and that 0.5% ended up just being more European, so I guess it leveled out, but still, like, I was like, what am I, alien? What is that? Oh, that's cool, and if you go down, it shows you the timeline. Wait, West African, 1720, what? West African, you most likely had a 3rd great-grandparent, 4th great-grandparent, 5th great-grandparent, 6th great-grandparent, or 7th grade or greater grandparent who was 100% West African. This person was likely born between 1720 and 1840. Okay, so obviously I was joking with the Wakanda thing, like, with the 0.1%, but like, I totally thought that that 0.1% was like just a little bit of remnant DNA from the very first humans that left Africa, because that's where humans originated from. Like they started in Africa and just spread out across the world. So I thought that's what that was, but I didn't realize that it was this recent, like 1720 to 1840, like in terms of the grand scheme of like time, that's not that long ago, and they were 100% West African. Like, that's actually insane. Scandinavian, you most likely had a 3rd great-grandparent, 4th great-grandparent, 5th great-grandparent, or 6th great-grandparent who was 100% Scandinavian. Most likely born between 1750 and 1840. No way, that's so cool. These ones aren't a surprise. French and German, you most likely had a grandparent, great-grandparent, or 2nd great-grandparent who was 100% French and German. That's true, those would be my grandmother's parents on my mom's side. British and Irish, you most likely had a parent, grandparent, or great-grandparent who was 100% British. Yep, that would be my grandpa. He was born in England, lived in London all his life, and then moved to Canada. So that's definitely him. That's so cool how they're able to figure this out just from your freaking spit. Like, that's crazy how far we've come with that. I can't believe I'm so white though, oh my god. Maternal haplogroup, okay. Oh, okay, cool, so haplogroups are just like various examples of popular lineages, I guess, that left Africa. So that's interesting. So it shows you where they all left. That's so cool how they're able to do that just from your spit. I already said that, but that is crazy. Okay, so my mom's haplogroup is relatively common, 1 in 99. What about my dad's? Paternal haplogroup, NM46. I wonder how they named these. Oh, that's cool. My dad's went through Asia. That's weird though, because it said that I didn't get that bit of Asian from my dad's side. I came from my mom's side, but my dad's haplogroup is the one that left and went through Asia. So that's interesting. NM46 is extremely rare among 23andMe customers. Fewer than 1 in 130,000 people. That is crazy. It's not even just rare, it's extremely rare. No way, that's so cool. You know, even with my generic white self, with my 99.8% European, I do have something extremely rare and I will freaking take it. That's actually so cool. I wonder why it's so freaking rare. I should probably read the actual like paragraphs of text that are there. Neanderthal ancestry, I'm curious about that. It says you have 278 Neanderthal variants. You have more Neanderthal variants than 51% of 23andMe customers. Wow, well that's not surprising to me again, because there's like pictures of my grandfather who came from England, and like in his old age, he legit looked like a I don't want to say he looked like a Neanderthal, but he low-key had Neanderthal features, like given the models that like scientists have made of Neanderthals. I saw a resemblance between my grandfather and that reconstruction of Neanderthal, so that's not surprising to me that we have that in us. But it only accounts for less than 4% of my overall DNA. Okay. Some of your traits may be influenced by having Neanderthal variants. Scientists at 23andMe identified associations between Neanderthal variants and certain physical traits. It says I have one Neanderthal variant associated with having straighter hair. I don't know if that's true though, because like my hair looks kind of straight now, but as it gets longer, it gets kind of curly and wavy. Like my hair when I was a baby was like super curly, and it does still get really wavy if it grows out. So I don't know if that really characteristic really presented itself in my DNA, but that's cool that I carry that. Neat, that's so cool. All right, let's go back. Okay, so my DNA relatives, I'm gonna blur this out for just sake of privacy since no one in my family has to be part of this, but this is where things got interesting because, so basically this DNA relative shows you other people that you are related to that have taken the test. So it can show you your parents, your cousins, your great cousins. I can show you a lot of people that took the test that are related to you. So the good news is that Craig Marshall is there and he is my father. There you go, he is my dad. Let's put the rumors to rest. Basically the family joke in my family was that I was adopted, or you know, my dad wasn't my father because like my brothers and my dad have brown hair and like green eyes and I have blonde hair and blue eyes. So the joke is always like, you're not related to us. No, he is my father. It says it right here. But what's interesting is this one I'm blurring out right under him says first cousin. This person we did not know about. That's right, the thumbnail was not clickbait. I do have a cousin, an undiscovered cousin that came up through this test. And I'm not gonna say what side of my family it's on just in case anyone from my family watches. I don't think they do, but just for the sake of privacy, we're still kind of figuring this out and putting the pieces together. But yeah, it's becoming a whole thing. We've literally just figured this out and we think we know who is the father. We think we know. And the child of that person who we think is the father, like that we know about, is gonna do the test to see if it says half sibling. So it's crazy. If it comes back like that, we're gonna reach out to her and try to like, you know, talk to her. Yeah, so it's wild. So that was funny. We were not expecting to see like a related person there, but there you go. We're finding family secrets. That's why this is interesting. It's like I'm sure we're not the first. There's probably so many instances of this where people discover people that they weren't supposed to find out about, but science is allowing that to happen now. So yeah, that's crazy. That was the craziest thing that came out of this, was we're like, oh my god, I have another cousin and my parent has another niece that they didn't know about. So that's freaking crazy. Okay, so carrier status. This is basically testing, because I got the $200 one for Christmas. My parents splurged on me, which I was really happy about. It tells you whether you carry certain genes that could present as a certain disease in yourself or your children. It's a whole thing, but it tests for that. And thankfully, going through the list right now, it's nothing but variant not detected, which is exactly what I want to see, and I'm so thankful my genetics are at least somewhat good. Like, there's literally not a variant for any of these, so I'm so thankful about that. So if I have children one day, I don't need to worry about that. They won't carry this, and I don't carry it, so I won't develop that, so I'm very thankful about that. Genetic health risks, it's mostly variant not detected, but I do have age-related macular degeneration, which I am not surprised about in the least. Both my grandparents have that, because this comes like in like the senior ages, and that's like a long time away from me, and I have faith that by that time, if I start getting that, medicine will be able to treat that better than they can now, so I'm not too worried about that, and I'm not surprised in the least by that. And it says I have 2 copies of a genetic variant we tested. Traits, this is the fun stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay, so asparagus odor detection. Can you smell what I smell? After eating asparagus, some people notice an unfamiliar odor in their urine. Whether you can smell asparagus aftermath is influenced by your DNA. It says I'm likely to smell the odor, and I know my dad can smell it. He makes it very public. But I honestly don't think I can, because I don't really know. Like, pee just smells like pee to me, so. Back hair, likely little upper back hair, that's accurate. Bald spot, likely no bald spot. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so thankful about that. Bitter taste, I likely can't taste. Again, they're talking about Brussels sprouts and broccoli, but I love Brussels sprouts and broccoli, so I don't think that's correct, because I don't think I can taste the bitterness as much as they think I can. Cheek dimples. It says likely no dimples, but they are wrong again. I do only have 1 dimple. Right here. Does it show up in this lighting? See, I do have 1 dimple on this side, not on this side, but on this side. So that's weird. I only have 1 dimple, so they're wrong there. Halo blast, likely detached earlobes. That's accurate. Early hair loss, likely no hair loss. This hair is stuck with me for life, that's good. Earwax type, likely wet earwax. I did not know this was a thing. Apparently there's dry earwax. If anyone has dry earwax, consider yourself very blessed. Only 7% have dry, flaky earwax, and I'd rather have that. Wet earwax is the nastiest thing when you pull like a Q-tip out and it's just like, that came out of me? It's the worst. Eye color, likely blue or green eyes. That is very accurate. I do have blue eyes. Of 23andMe research participants with genetics like yours, 52% have blue eyes. Okay, that's cool. That's so neat. And it tells you everything you need to know about it, like all the science. That's so neat. Finger length ratio, likely ring finger longer than my index finger. That's accurate, I guess. Well, maybe not on this hand. I don't know. Hair texture, likely straight or wavy. It is kind of wavy. So that is accurate. Light or dark hair, likely light. Accurate. Red hair, likely no red hair. Accurate. Skin pigmentation, likely lighter skin. Accurate. Like my ancestry showed me, I am white as F. Sweet versus salty, I likely prefer salty, but honestly I love both. Unibrow, likely at least a little unibrow. That's accurate, but since it's kind of blonde hair, I get away with it. Wellness, what's that say? Lactose intolerance, likely tolerant. Yes, I'm so thankful about that. I don't know what I would do without being able to put milk in my coffee and tea. I need that. Alcohol flush reaction, unlikely to flush, and that's basically your face kind of getting red if you drink alcohol. And I don't know if my face gets red, but I do get warm in the face when that happens, so I don't know if that's the same thing, but yeah. Caffeine consumption, likely to consume more. That is very accurate. I always have a cup of coffee a day, probably like 2 cups of tea, so I love my caffeine so much. It's so weird though that that's like a genetic thing that you'll drink caffeine, because like if I hadn't have ever drank coffee or tea, I probably wouldn't be drinking coffee and tea, but interesting. Less likely to be a deep sleeper. That's interesting because my dad is a huge deep sleeper, so I feel like I'm a deep sleeper though, because it takes a lot to wake me up. Muscle composition, uncommon in elite power athletes. Mark, your genetic muscle composition is uncommon in elite power athletes. Studies have found that almost all elite power athletes, including sprinters, throwers, and jumpers, have a specific genetic variant in a gene related to muscle composition. You do not have the same genetic variant as these elite athletes. Wow, 23andMe, way to ruin my Olympic dreams, especially right after the Olympics end. That is not what I wanted to read. That's lame, but also kind of cool that they're able to see that, but still. Okay, so that's pretty much all the information I have found out about myself on 23andMe, and that is so freaking cool, guys. It's just cool. Like, I'm smiling like an idiot right now because it's just cool to find out all this stuff about you, like the way they're able to figure out all those traits about you. The fact that they're able to test for genetic variants that I very thankfully do not have is just very cool and very helpful. Like if you tested for any of those, it'd be very helpful to know about that. And if you do this test and your family is like mine, then you might discover some tea that you weren't supposed to find out about. That's none of my business, but it kind of is, since 23andMe lets you find that out. That's really cool though, because after we do a bit more research and finally reach out to this person, we're gonna have a new, like I have another cousin, like we're gonna have a new relative that we're gonna be able to talk to, and maybe they'll want to join our family. Like it's so cool that we're able to bridge the gap now with that. And just finding out about my ancestry was just really cool. Like I knew going in that I was gonna be extremely white, and maybe I was a lot more white than I was expecting, but still, there were a couple of cool things there, like the 0.1% Sub-Saharan African, the little bit of Southern European, the Scandinavian. Like it's, you never know what your DNA consists of. You can have a pretty good idea, but you don't know exactly unless you do one of these tests, so that's really cool. Do low-key wish that alien DNA was a thing though, because I felt really special for a second. So if you guys enjoyed this video and going on this journey with me, please give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know, would you ever do one of these tests, or are you too freaked out about giving your DNA to someone else? To be honest, this is something that people talked about, like they were like, I don't want to give my DNA to someone else. And I don't know if I'm a freak, but I honestly, that did not faze me at all. Like if they want to clone me, they can go right ahead. Like that would be so cool if I had a clone. But I know some people don't want that, so would you guys do this test, or would you be too apprehensive? Let me know in the comments below. Or have you done this test, and what did the results say? Let me know. As always, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. All links to that down below and at the end of this video. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I post new videos every single Friday and you don't want to miss it. So hit that subscribe button right down below. And I'll be doing a giveaway once I get to 1,000 subscribers. And first I want to hit 900, and we're so close to that. I'm like less than 30 subscribers away from 900, and that's my next sub goal. Then it's 1,000. So if you guys want to help out, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys next Friday for another brand new video. Bye!